You know, kid, I know how you feel about this fight that's coming up, because I was young once, too. And I tell you something, well, if you wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that you're here and doing as well as you're doing gives me, what do you call it, a motivation, huh? To stay alive. Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more. But with you, kid, boy, I got a reason to go on. And I'm going to stay alive. And I will watch you make good.
And I'll never leave you.
And I'll never leave you until that happens.
Thanks, Mick.
All right.
I love you too.
Just go after him, kid. Go after him. Thanks.
Hey friends, welcome back to the garage. My name is Jim with Philly Fix, and I'm so glad you're here for round 2 of our Subcompact Impact Driver Showdown series. Now, if you didn't see round 1, I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put a card up here. You can go check it out. We put the Ryobi Compact HP Impact Driver up against the Ridgid Subcompact Brushless Impact Driver. Tonight we have the Makita XDT18. This is their newer model, Subcompact Impact. I also put this up against the old model, the XDT15. I'll put the video up here for that. They were very close, so I decided to go with the new one for the purposes of this video. And then we have the new subcompact model from Metabo HPT. This is an 18-volt model, model number WH18DDX. This also comes in a combo kit with the new subcompact drill model as well. So take a look at that. Lowe's was doing a promo as of July 2021 where you could get a free brushed jigsaw or the one-handed recip that also takes jigsaw blades. So check that out and see if Lowe's might still have that going on. Regardless, we're going to put these through the same series of tests as round 1. So if you want to see the explanation and rationale behind the tests, go check that video out first, then come back here. We're going to keep doing a running leaderboard so you can see how all of the impact drivers stack up across the different videos. We also have DeWalt and Milwaukee coming up soon. But first, let's take a look at the dimensions and physical specs on these impact drivers, and then we'll get to the testing. Okay, so one thing I just want to mention real quick, I'm using the batteries that come in the kits with these tools. In both cases, it's the 1.5 amp hour battery. I've mentioned in other videos, I'm disappointed in Makita. They used to give you a 2.0 with a fuel gauge. Now they give you a 1.5, which doesn't have a level indicator or a fuel gauge on it. But it is what it is. On the Metabo HPT side, they have their 18-volt batteries, which come in a 1.5 and a 3.0. Beyond that, you have to step up to their multi-volt batteries, which can operate both their 18-volt tools like this one or their 36-volt tools. In 18-volt operation, those are 5.0 and 8.0 amp-hour batteries. So that's what we've got here. Let's start out by measuring the Makita. See how much it weighs. Looks like it comes in at just over 2.5 pounds, 2 pounds, 8.7 ounces. Metabo HPT, 2 pounds, 9.3 ounces, so barely any heavier than the Makita. Definitely not something you're going to notice as you use these tools. As far as, let me just subjectively give you my opinion on hand feel. You know, they're pretty even. You know, personally, I like the ergonomics of Makita. I really do. They're my favorite when it comes to ergonomics. And Metabo's close behind. In fact, on the Metabo side, some of their saws I prefer over the Makitas. But, you know, between these two, they weigh so close together. You know, we'll see what they do as I use them as far as vibration. But I think they're going to be pretty similar. You know, they're both Japanese companies. Both of the tools are made in China, not in Japan. But, you know, a lot of similarities between these two companies. Now, as far as features are concerned, let's look at the collets. Take a look at the Metabo HPT here. That is not a one-handed insert collet. You have to pull the collet ring out to insert, and then when you go to release it, it does not spring out. I think it's the same thing on the Makita. Yeah. Manual insert, so to speak. Manual release. I know sometimes when I say one-handed, somebody's going to say, well, Jim, you know, you can do this and get it in there with one hand, but you know what I mean. It doesn't just push in like it does on the DeWalt and the Ryobi. Also on the Metabo HPT, all you get is a variable speed trigger. You don't have any speed modes or operation special settings on this tool. Now on the Makita, it's a different story. You actually do get both a H and S, which I think means hard and soft maybe. I should actually check the manual. I'll put it on the screen what it means. You basically have a high speed, that's your low speed, that's your high speed, and then you have an assist mode over here, which helps you drive fasteners in a little bit of a more delicate fashion. So a couple more features on the Makita than you get on the Metabo HPT. Now size-wise, you know, they're very, very similar just by, you know, comparing them side by side. You can see, sorry, I have to bend to look down, but obviously the Metabo is just a hair shorter, but not much. And, you know, height-wise, they are just about dead even. This has a little bump on it that might bring it just a little bit higher than the Makita. But I mean, between weight and dimensions, these are really, really similar tools. So next, let's get into the fastener and the drilling tests. Quarter-inch by 6-inch lags. Three-eighths inch by 6-inch lag. All right, so up next we have some drilling tests, but first I just wanted to ask you, if you're enjoying the video, would you please hit that like button below? It really helps the channel, just takes 2 seconds to do, and it helps the channel grow and my videos become suggested to more new viewers. So let's get back to the testing. We have a 1/2-inch twist bit. I'm going to do 3 holes in 2x standard non-pressure treated lumber. 3/4 inch speed bore, non-pressure treated 4x4. When the collet touches the surface of the wood, we'll call it done. Well, I'm not going to know the times until I edit the video. We're going to put the leaderboard up here. We'll put the Ryobi and the Ridgid with their scores from the last video up there for now, and I'll put these results up in just a second. First, I just want to give you my thoughts on using the tools. These are very, very similar. I mean, I think, you know, if you're a Makita fan, you could go pick up a Metabo HPT and probably be just as happy with it. So it really depends on if you are already in one of these platforms and you want a lightweight compact impact driver. I don't think you'll be upset with either of these. So let's put the results up there. Again, I really don't have a preference between these two. I think if I was in the market for one of these, I'd be very happy with them. I definitely think they're both a step up from the Ryobi from the last video. You'll see up here whether performance or speed-wise, they're a step up from the Ridgid. But the thing I like about these over the Ridgid is the base on these with the batteries aren't so large disproportionately to the body of the tool. That Ridgid just looks like, you know, this tiny little impact driver with a giant battery base on it. So in that sense, I prefer these. Of course, Ridgid gives you the lifetime service agreement, and if you're in that platform, that was a pretty good subcompact impact as well. But you guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments below so far which one your pick would be. Keep an eye out for that round 3 video. Check out all my other videos. I do lots of tests, lots of tool deals. Hopefully I have some more of those coming out soon. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jim with Philly Fixed, and God bless you guys.
Hello, I'm Jim Davis.